Hey guys. Okay, this is really random, but I really wanted to talk about how hard recovery actually is and be honest. Yeah, I just wanted to be fully honest because I do share a lot of, positive things and when I'm thinking good things, but I'm not always like that. Yeah, so I just wanted to share how hard it is, but I know it's going to be worth it, and it's just a message to keep fighting, and even when it's hard, it'll be worth it. And it is something that's hard. For me, the last few months, I don't know where I want to start this. So one of the hard things with gaining weight is accepting how your body looks when it's not underweight and anorexic, basically. And I realized the reason I haven't been able to gain weight for 1.5 years, and I haven't had a period, and I've been really underweight and just haven't had the best health, and I've known it, and whenever I try to gain weight, and people around me are really supportive and stuff, but then sometimes I just can't. It's mental, it's not physical, and it's mentally because I realized this the other day when I was at the gym. So I have been working on having such a good mindset and gaining weight, and I've gained a bit of weight, but I'm still not where I need to be. But I didn't look as emaciated, the word I guess I could use is, but as tiny as I was before, and extremely shredded, but that was because I was also really tiny. And I was just most of the time when I've been looking like that, if I felt a bit uncomfortable, I'm no, I literally said to myself, no, you look strong, you look healthier, you want to be strong and sexy and fit and fast. You don't want to be tiny and really skinny. But the other day I just was in a really bad mindset, and I just couldn't stop myself thinking really negative things yuck, and being disgusted with myself when I looked in the mirror. And I was just in a really bad place, not just body image wise, but just mentally wise, feeling really down that day. And I was just I can't, and I just couldn't do this anymore. So I went to go home, and when I was in the change room, this random lady was oh my gosh, you're so skinny, to me. And I was just what the hell, and I just thought to myself, what the hell, people, I literally was so disgusted in myself because I thought, I don't know, and people were to me, some random stranger was to me, what, oh, you're so skinny. And I was I'm literally leaving the gym right now because I feel disgusted in myself, because I just have bad body image. And that's when I realized, well, that's not when I realized, but I just realized the reason I have struggled so hard to gain weight is because I've had really bad body image. And I've not always been like that. Before I started having disordered eating, mental health problems, I was a healthy weight, and I had a good body image. Obviously some days you'd be not that happy with yourself, but most of the time I was just happy. And I want to put a picture of this is what I was before. Thank you. And I was fine then, mentally, and how I thought about myself. And then I basically realized I just got to a place where I just felt so uncomfortable with myself, and I only felt comfortable with myself and how I looked when I was super, super skinny like this. I thought you were videoing me.
Do you want me to?
No. I'm going up. I don't know why I just felt so uncomfortable unless I was so skinny. And it's it doesn't make sense. None of this has made me stop trying to gain weight and stop recovering, because it's just part of how recovery is hard. And it's I still have been no, I'm gonna still keep working on gaining weight and getting healthy. And then I know as that happens, I'll mentally and emotionally start to recover. And then I feel hormones, as they start to balance out again, I'll feel better. And I just know it'll be worth it in the long run, and I'll feel better in the long run than in the short term feeling comfortable with yourself because of being really thin, even though you just are really down most of the time. Well, mentally it's hard because sometimes you just don't feel, if you feel kind of depressed a lot of the time and you feel really empty and lost, and then Okay, this just got really depressing and I don't know how to relate it to what I was saying. Cut that. But yeah, so recovery is hard and like you don't always feel good about everything, and it's not just how you look but like your life. And I know things will get better, and the things that I like in life I will feel happy about again when I'm a healthier way and like I'm healthy. And so I know it's going to be worth it, but I know that was just one bad day and I need to just work on, again, just saying the right things. But yeah, but I was just like, no, I'm not going to let that happen. Well, I did, but I'm going to work on getting out of that. Anyway, so that's that. The other thing I was going to talk about was basically I, for the last few months, just struggled to feel a lot of I don't want to be like I'm sad all the time, but I just feel like I don't enjoy things that I enjoy. And like running, for example, I love athletics and being a runner, and I just haven't been able to do it well because I've been physically in a bad place, but also mentally, like, and I was messaging my coach being like, because I tell her everything, and I was just like, I just don't know what I want anymore. And like, I know running makes me happy, but I just don't feel happy from anything. So like, obviously I don't, it's not like I'm not happy with running, it's just like everything's not that great. And I don't know, like, and I told her how I've been struggling with gaining weight and blah blah blah. Yeah, she was just like, honestly, Amy, the only thing I can think of is for the next 6 months or so just having a break from everything and like enjoying your last year as a teenager and just partying and like finding yourself and enjoying like life and like not worrying about anything and just having a big change kind of, and like getting healthy and getting your period back, and then coming back and you'll be hungrier than ever, like for your sport, and you'll feel better. And at first it made me sad because I was already sad, and I was just like, wow, the thing that I actually love in life. And basically she was just saying, like, stop what you're doing with your life for a bit, have a break on everything, recover mentally and physically, and then come back different or ready to do the things you want. And yeah, so it made me a bit sad because I was like, what? I was just like, well, running's the thing that makes me happy, but I haven't been happy from that. But like, I was just like, what am I meant to do? But I don't know, it just made me, but then I also realized and she's right, like I need to do that. Like she was like, we're not getting anywhere the way we are now, like, and I, as my best friend always keeps telling me, you're digging yourself into a hole. And I realized like I'm never going to get better if I don't just stop, let myself get better, and then I'll feel different. And then I don't know, like I never thought I would be okay with doing something like that, but it's nothing else. I mean, it's not working. What I'm doing isn't working. Like, I don't know. Basically, I realized like I'm digging myself into a hole by keeping on trying to train and trying to recover and trying to keep up with everything, when mentally I'm like not happy. I really want to give this video justice, and I just don't feel like talking anymore. Not talking, but like, I don't know what to say. I can't frame my mind. I can't frame what's going on in my head into words. Can't communicate. But basically, I realized I need a break from everything. And I honestly feel like if I do have a break and get a lot better, I will actually be able to be good at things I want to be good at when I come back, like running. I think I'm going to finish this video later because I just can't process my thoughts right now. BRB. Okay, so I just had a few classes. Actually, I had a lecture in a class and kind of thought about what I wanted to talk about. So I checked some of my DMs and like it kind of gave me an idea of what I wanted to say. Okay, so when girls message me saying what you talk about has helped me so much with my own problems, or addressing my own problems, or like helping me realize that I need to just focus on my health and not how I look so much, it makes me realize how important it is, to be honest. But one of the things I saw today was this girl, she messaged me and a few people do this, and it's quite like stressful. That's why I need to be honest. People say things like, how can I lose weight, or like, how can I be skinny like you, I want your body. And they're like, I watch your YouTube, what can I do? And I'm like, if you watched it, did you not hear me say, I'm trying to say not to look like that? Like, did you listen to what I was saying in some of the videos where I've said it's not healthy to be like that? And I'm trying to gain weight. And then a few girls have said things like, the things you talk about have helped me with my mindset so much, but I just can't help hating myself or feeling like this. And like, and then that's why I want to share this, because it's hard, and I do feel like that a lot of the time, but you have to work really hard to not feel like that. So like I said before, I had a really bad day the other day where I just could not feel okay about myself, and that's obviously not every day is going to be good, but I guess all you can do is tell people, admit how you feel to yourself, and work really hard on not feeling like that and not telling yourself those things. So most of the time I try not to let myself, like if I do think that, I try to be like, shut up, or like think positive things, or like, you know, push out that negative voice and replace it with a positive voice. And not that that's your own voice. When you have poor mental health, it's not you, it's not your voice, but you have to push out that voice with your own voice and make your own voice stronger. So like, I had a bad day the other day. I didn't push that voice out, and I didn't feel great at all. And that's what I want to say. Like, it's not easy. Like, I don't always feel good about myself, but I know it will be worth it. Like, when I felt bad and like uncomfortable with not being extremely like anorexic, basically, I didn't think, oh, it's too hard, I'm just gonna not eat enough and train really hard and stay that thin because it's scary to gain weight. I thought, I feel bad, but it's worth it, and it's hard, but this is what makes it hard. And I'm going to keep doing it and work on not feeling uncomfortable, but I'm still going to keep doing it because I want to run fast again. I want to feel healthy again. I want to feel happy again, and I know it will be worth it. So that's what I'm trying to say. That was really, I don't know why that was so hard to think of what I wanted to say, but that's what I want to say. Like, I don't always feel amazing about it. I don't always have a great mindset. I also feel like scared to gain weight, or like think bad thoughts when I gain weight, but that's going to happen, and that's why recovery is hard, but it's necessary to keep fighting that and not go back on it. Another girl messaged me saying, I lost my period for a long time, and she's gained 8 kilos or so and is getting healthier, and she doesn't feel good about herself, but watching videos like with the things I've posted, watching some of my videos has helped her to come to terms with loving herself and being healthy and being happy with that. And I was like, that's exactly what I'm trying to do now. So I know I need to keep gaining weight and get healthy, and even when I feel bad about it, I'm just going to try my best to think good things and be happy. And I know in the long run, like, it will be worth it. And like struggling with really bad thoughts about yourself, and it's not just like you feel like negative about yourself, it makes you feel really bad about everything, but I know it will be worth it. So that's what I'm trying to say. Keep fighting. It's going to be worth it when you have those bad thoughts, and when no one's immune to it, we all have them when you're in recovery. So it's hard, but like, keep going. And I keep reminding myself how I used to think, how I was a healthy weight, and I was always like thin and athletic, but I wasn't tiny, and I was still I was happy mentally, and I didn't have terrible body image or like feel uncomfortable with myself. And I'm gonna keep working towards that. And it won't be the same, but it might be better, the relationship I have with myself. But like, it's something I definitely am working on. I want to have a good relationship with myself and be not hurt my body and respect my body. Like, a girl messaged me saying she would feel terrible and like make herself throw up and basically disrespect her body, which is what I'd have done by not fueling it. And it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You're alive. How you look isn't, like, it's not worth any of this. But yeah, so it's really hard. But so with the training thing, it's going to be really hard, but I'm just not in a place mentally. I've not trained or been focusing on running since I started, and it's been my life and I love it, but I just don't feel joy. That sounds so depressing. I've just felt so down in everything, and I just need to get that want back in life, like wanting to do things and enjoying things. And I feel like I could never imagine not training. I don't know, I just got to such a point where I was like, I'm so, like, nothing matters to me. And this sounds so bad, but like I just got to a point where I was like deep down I know stuff matters, but I just felt like nothing matters. And I got to a point where I was like, if I'm at this point where I can consider this, maybe I need to do this. Like, maybe I just need to have a break from everything and recover from everything, and then get that want back. I feel like when I have a period back and have gained weight and I'm healthy again, I'll be able to be more rational, have a good perspective, run well again, and just be healthy and happy. And then my mindset around myself will be so much better. So I know, like, it's going to be worth it, and it'll be easier as well. But it's not easy, but it is hard. So yeah. I'm trying to make sure I say everything I'm thinking of, but it's quite confusing. But yeah, so basically I'm just like trying to get healthy and recover, and mentally and physically, and not compare myself to other people, and not worry about anything, and just let everything fall into place. And in the long, like, just think about in a year from now, if I look back and know I've done the right thing, where I could be, rather than if I keep digging myself into a hole. So many things keep popping into my head as I think of other things, and I feel like I need to say them. But what I was saying about people messaging me being like, oh my gosh, like, how, like, I want your body, and I'm just like, but I'm trying to say, I'm saying don't compare yourself to other people. And this girl that said I want your body said stuff like, I forget exactly what she said, but she said like something along the lines of like, it was to do with like studying your lifestyle, your body. Like, I just want everything, like, and I'm just like, I want to be honest with you, but I haven't. It's like, I'm not happy. Like, I've been struggling. I was like, you don't want to be really skinny and sick, basically, and like mentally not happy either. Like, no, like, do the right thing by your body. Okay, I just went and checked my DM, and what she said was winning at life, like how you're winning at life. And I don't know if she took it in the right way or the wrong way, but basically I was like, I'm not, like, having an eating disorder and being really thin and being really intense and looking like you have everything, like looking like you have everything that people desire, like being extremely skinny and looking a certain way and like doing all this stuff. It's completely not winning at life. Like, I was just said to her, look, I want to be honest with you, like, you say winning at life, but I have not been winning at life. I've been in the worst mental place I've been in my life, while being so thin and trying to be a certain way. And you got to redefine your purpose in winning at life. If winning at life is fitting this image of being really skinny and having like an Instagram goals, that's not winning at life. Like, trust me, I felt so much happy. I felt so much happier when I was healthy and happy and doing the right thing by my body and not stressing and not putting so much emphasis or caring so much about things that were superficial and don't really matter. So just don't compare yourself to other people. You don't know how they actually feel. Like, if you're looking at some girl on Instagram who's really thin and you think, oh my gosh, I feel bad about myself because I don't look like that. You don't know if she hasn't had a period in 3 years and actually is really mentally upset, or like maybe she just hasn't eaten in like 3 days, and maybe she can't run fast at all because she's sick and her body's breaking down and using her own body to fuel itself. And yeah, anyway, I'm talking way too much, but basically my take-home message from this is recovery is hard and you're not always going to have good thoughts, but it's going to be worth it. Your health matters so much more, and your happiness, your health, mental and physical health matters so much more than how you look. Don't compare yourself to other people. Just don't do it. Be grateful for your body and respect it, and let's just do the right thing by our body, and then work on our mind as we do it. And talk to people when you feel bad, admit how you feel, and but tell yourself it's the right thing, and you can overcome that, and just be strong. It's hard, but I'm dying of heat exhaustion, and as I always say, I could talk for like 7 hours. No, I could talk for eternity, and I probably am going around in circles. So I'm just going to stop there, and hopefully this made sense, but yeah. Thanks for watching.